Hello people, live here on Quick. This is Vic, and I am going to do a quick tabletop review of the EeePC leather Folio. It's designed for the 8.9 inch EeePC. Purchased at Target for $12.48 on clearance now from $24.99. It's a leather folio designed for the EeePC. Here it is. However, if you look on the inside, it's not on an EeePC. It's actually on the Dell Mini 9 netbook. So I'm using it not for its intended purpose, but this review is how this does fit on the Dell Mini 9. So if you have one of these and you happen to go down to Target and you see one of these on clearance, check out this review and you'll see what you might be faced with. So really it's mounted up here on the top by these couple of tabs, these elastic tabs that wrap around the edge of the screen. Behind the screen you have some storage for some SD cards here. There's 4 slots here, and then there's a business card slot up in this area. As you may or may not know, the hinge system on the EeePC is slightly different than the Dell Mini 9. This lays back this way. It doesn't seem to affect the fit or function of the attachment system. It does hold on there pretty well. As you open and close it, things sort of seem to stay together and operate properly. It's got a magnetic closure clasp system here. It goes across on here. It does snap into place pretty easily, but I'm trying to do it on camera, so of course it doesn't work. It seems to hold up okay. There are a couple of issues, being that it's not designed for this laptop. You'll see that on the mouse here, it is not lined up exactly evenly. It's slightly off to the left of that touchpad surface. I'm getting some glare here, apologize for that. But I do have access to both buttons and most of the trackpad, including the scroll area here on the right hand side, bottom. I can't really access just a slight bit more here, maybe a 1/4 inch off to the left, and that's okay with me. Also on the lower row of keys, it shores up there really closely, almost overhangs just a tad, and that's going to impact you when you go to do typing, specifically using your thumbs on the lower row, because this is slightly in the way. So you can slide this back, as I have done. I've got a small gap here in between the front, and it's about 1/2 inch there from the front. So it's not fully engaged into the case, but it still holds in place. It doesn't really slide around there. It's a real tight fit. But what that gets me is the ability to access all my ports here. If I slid forward, it would cover up too much of this vent area here, and that could cause some heating issues. But I do have access to everything else, as you can see over on the side. And if we look at the other side, I do have access to the SD card slot. Now if I slid that forward all the way yet again, I'm looking at not being able to access that. These are pre-sewn in cutouts for these, but I can get the card in and out of there with no issues there, so no problems there. I'll leave that out for now. And I can access the ports on this side. I got 2 USB and the power and the Kensington lock port. So that's that. On the bottom, I do have a bit more